And you're back. It's good to see you again. So, was it in Montreal I saw you last when I was on the mountain? It was snowy, and then I threatened that I would be in the tropics? Is that what happened? Because we're in the tropics now. We're in Saigon, they're in the tourist district, District 1. And we're in like the main shopping mall, and it's air conditioned here. So I'm on the ground floor, so we should have like the best data transfer situation, because you're piggybacking on my other data plan on my other phone, and I'm not switching to the selfie camera because this is an older phone and then it breaks the broadcast, so we're not gonna do it. No, not gonna do it. So yeah, I'm out of here by tomorrow. So I've been in Saigon since New Year's Eve, and I've had a lovely time here. Actually, my best time in Saigon ever, and it's the best, Jerry, the best. And I'm on a plane to Kuala Lumpur, which will be my third time there. And now that I know Kuala Lumpur a little better, I'm looking forward to spending my first 5 days in Malaysia, because that's the country that they're in. And then the adventure will continue. I've got in all, I have about 13 cities that I will be visiting. Some of them once. Exactly. Because that's how long a sad and pathetic Canadian winter is. I have all the way up until mid-March where I can just do whatever the fuck I want. Yes, I'm using an expletive because I use it for emphasis, you know? Like, yeah. And yeah, and I say I can still make you giggle or snicker or whatever. So you know what? I like these vases. There's something really pure about the vase with the hole in the middle. These vases there. And I like the fact that they're not the same size. I don't know why, but that's me. That's my jam right there. Moving on now.
Here's what I found.
See, Siri sometimes thinks that he's included in the conversation, and you're not, Siri. Go away. Okay, so let's see. Actually, this kind of looks pretty cool. Now, if only I didn't have the belly that has to fit in a swimsuit, like a dive suit, in about 10 days. But I'd like to have that belly. We'll find a mirror, you'll see what I mean. There's a mirror. Yeah, see? There I am. So, oh look, there's swimwear. We could go wandering around, but I'd rather go in the men's section. Okay, how are things in Arizona? I assume they're warm. The good cuss word, yeah. Well, you know, when you use it in the appropriate context, it's allowed. Because there are parts of, you know, the flyover country where you say things like HE double hockey sticks, because that's their sensibility. They can't even bring to say the frickin' word. So you gotta kind of watch your P's and Q's depending on what kind of mixed company you find yourself in. Now check out how they frame this, right? With a very simple, but then they put that in and it makes it look like Okay, add 30% because the rent here costs a lot of money. That's kind of cool. It's like a leopard print. Although I don't like branding so much, although it kind of blends in, so it's not like neon like this one here where, you know, you can see it from outer space. But this one kind of like, it's very, like I'm very cool and you have to squint in order to really read us. So I'm really not, I'm just wandering here and I'm availing myself of the air conditioning is guilty as charged. Oh, okay, so Amanda, I didn't know, like look at the fuzzy one, right? And there's a black one. I didn't know there was stuff, like the bananas, these bananas. And check out the whole hoop thing, isn't that a cool? Oh, it's a Kate Spade, you know, she kind of unalived herself, I'm just saying. So who's getting all her money? Is it like Dave Spade? Or he's rich enough and he doesn't need her money? But apparently, like, she was pretty successful and frickin' loaded. So you wonder what goes on in people's head. The green one is cute. You mean that one there? I'm sorry. Sometimes you should point like this in Asia because it's rude when you stick your finger. No. Okay, not that one. All right. So that's the good thing about live streaming, and then you have a co-pilot who can, like, you know, tell you how to do stuff. It's the darker green one on this shelf. Not this shelf, right? That shelf? Because there are many shelves here. Oh, you mean this one here? That one? The smaller one? Or a different one? On top. You mean up here? Left or right? That one on the, there's green, because there's a lot of green on top. So I'm rightly, so we're going right. Because there's a nice lady who's very eager to help us out. And then there's these ones here. Right there, this one or this one? This one. Shall I ask what the price is? Hi, may I ask what the price is for this bag? Yes.
This one is about this one about 12,950,000.
12 million?
900.
Okay. And then she says the Army Green Top Center. So this is a brown to my eye, but it might look in the camera Army Green. Is not that one. I think she means this one, or does she mean that one? You're gonna have to be quicker on the text. Just left. Is my finger on it? Is my finger? Yes, this one. Yeah, I that was caught my eye because I love the full hoop. Now, am I zoomed in? No. Yeah. Sorry about the zoom. My friend really loves this bag.
This one you can make maybe kind of.
Ah, I thought you'd do that. That's the design. Very clever.
Also allows me to urine in the soda one.
Oh wow! So it's a Kate Spade. Oh, check out the cute little.
Like this one you can really.
Looks like a tortellini. I agree. It does look like a tortellini. And may we ask the price?
For this one it's about 13 million.
13 million, so slightly more expensive than the other one that we saw. Now, I got my other phone. I could find out what it converts to because I can do this in real time. Because my other phone's in my bag. In American dollars, do you know how much it is? I think I'm faster. But here we go. 13.5. So that would be 1, 3.
Around
$500. Okay, so that's what 13 million. $500 makes you a millionaire here, and up to 13. So this is a beautiful luxury bag, and yeah, it is kind of worth it. But I assume you could probably get it for the same amount of money in Arizona, right? Just saying. But if you were here and you were thinking of splurging, or somebody was thinking, hey, you know, I got $500 burning a hole in my pocket. Me either. It's so much fun. Yes, yeah. Thank you. We're gonna think about it. Okay, well, Amanda, I was more than happy to do that, and I do kind of like these muted green colors. And now we know what a luxury mall kind of price. But believe me, you can get knockoffs that are, well, that you could tell that's quality. All of the like zippers and the clasp. Am I missing comments? Hey, you know, it's what I do. It's the least I could do for Little Miss Mosquito Coil. Come on. So yes, the fun continues. We had so much fun back in 2020. I can't believe it's been 5 years since the Little Miss Mosquito Coil caper. But we'll make new adventures, right? Anyway, I had a wonderful 10 days on the beach with my toes in the beach sand from minus 15, which is a different, it's not Fahrenheit, it's freaking cold. We're gonna wander some more here because there's wide open space. I sometimes get agoraphobic, which is a Greek word for saying I don't like people around me. So I like a lot of elbow room, and it helps me focus on what I'm walking and talking. It's 6 years now. Yeah, time has flown by, and yet some things, you know, are dyed in the wool, right? It's like some things like our keepers. Like you don't toss them away. And so we'll find like a not too bad echoes. Like look at down here. So my other phone has a better camera, but in the daytime this phone does pretty good. And look at, we got cables, but I'm not going to touch because I don't want to get arrested for doing the wrong thing. Some people have that kind of a special talent, you know, like a Peter Sellers, you know, he'll touch the thing and the whole thing falls apart. It's like, and he's totally clueless, right? Yeah, I'm not that guy, or at least I don't want to be that guy anytime soon. So there are a lot of bags, but actually, you know, Kate Spade had a frickin' eye, that bitch. Actually, these shoes look pretty good. I like the earth tone shoes. These ones here, I'm making a beeline. But I wish they were a little more sand colored. They're a little too orangey. And the beige one is me. These ones, my friend brought me to a shoe shop that his dad would bring him to. And those cost $18. They're imitation leather. These are likely real. And with the rent here, like if you saw the $500 price, that's a luxury item. These are like people with money to burn, and they're probably not locals that can afford that bag. Just saying. So at least now you know what it costs out in the wild here in Asia. But there might be some kind of knockoff, like variation of the design, because there really is a smart, clever, like, you know, from across the street, if you saw someone, you just go, shit, where did she buy that? Shall I go and ask her, where'd you buy the bag? Do you think she's going to tell you? Maybe not. Or she'll tell you the wrong thing, right? Or she'll look you up and down and she'll go, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, made for every moment. There's something really wrong about this photograph, and I don't know if it's a hyper-realism, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to be near those people. So I bought some polo shirts and I bought some Bermuda shorts. They're all pastel, light gray. One is, I think, my first light pink garment. And beige. Like Ralph Lauren and Lacoste. stuff like that. Oh, I also bought like a Vietnamese designer shirts that for some reason, I keep finding the same store. It might even be in this shopping mall. They're called HLA, and 3 years ago, somebody helped me pick out the shirts, and I really liked them. And it just turned out I needed some polo shirts. So there we go. Did I miss comments? Pedicure, don't you know it? So yeah, Amanda, 11,000 frickin' views. That was my second pedicure on a live stream. The first one, that was between me, you, and the lamppost. And we had fun, and we actually, what I'm most proud of was that we were respectful of the lady and her business, because like it was in her home, and you know, she had her little pedicure business on the ground floor, and we were able to do it without ridiculing her or actually putting her too much on camera. So we saw her hands doing her work, but and we had a good time, but we didn't do it at her expense. And that was very important to me, because I don't want to appear like I'm some asshole that you know, just is like you make your experiences disposable, and these people mean nothing to you. I don't want to be that guy. And it's a fine line when you can actually achieve something where you enjoying yourself, and you know, you respect a person's like what they do for a service, and everyone has a good time. So that's what happened. So it didn't take a lot of extra, you know, somersaults to do that. But in Hanoi, of course, I kept the tradition up. Oh, but you missed when I was in Bangkok's Chinatown, and there was a place that had these little aquariums with 1,000 little fish, and for like a half hour you could pay them, and you stick your feet in the aquarium and the little fish eat the dead skin off. Well, when you've never done it and you are ticklish, and you don't know you're that ticklish, like embarrassingly so, because you're on the open, like you're on the ground floor in the street in Chinatown. And the moment you stick your feet in, when like 100 little fish come all at once on your feet, somebody shrieked like a little girl and pulled their feet out of the water, and everybody turned around. That's how shocked I was at the experience. So what I had to do was I had to keep moving my feet so that I would only have 3 on each foot at the same time. That much I was able to manage. So yeah, you missed out on that fun. Well, maybe in Kuala Lumpur they'll have it. Like, there is a big Chinatown in Kuala Lumpur, and I bought a bag last year because I needed a bag for my iPad. This bag right here. So a 10-inch iPad will fit in there, and I have my iPad with me, and I am working on a bracelet design that I think I'm going to have my goldsmith guy in Hanoi, who I will be going to in the month of March. Maybe what I can do is, I already started it yesterday, and I've been talking to a friend and getting her feedback on you know, where I am with it. And actually I'm thinking of using AI with the help with the design, because you can kind of do that. Sometimes you can use words, and then hopefully AI can figure out what you're fucking talking about, or you can show them a picture that comes close, and then you can modify it based on what AI can do. So I'm going to test out, because I already have a photograph, and I can say a little wider, a little less this. I want an oval thing rather than a round thing. I want a different clasp. So I'm at that stage, but I think that the state of the art of AI is that you can actually get like very high quality. Like, it would have cost you a lot to hire a designer, you know, a decade ago, or even a long time ago, to you know, make me something so that I can tell you yes, or no, make it a little less this, or and now it'll cost you nothing. You can get it for almost for free. So the point is that it's definitely crazy. The point is that it's the process And when you can get something done that you are wearing it, not it does not wear you, and it's not like an impulse buy. It's not like I'll try to walk somewhere where there isn't so much sound. It's like a one. It turns out to be a one of a kind, because that's what happened more than a couple of times when I've been in Hanoi. I was, I guess, committed enough to have things in gold, because I had like a gemstone that I bought in Burma before you knew me. 15 years before I was in Burma, and I bought some gemstones, and I was thinking about, okay, what am I going to do with this stone? And it took me 15 years to figure it out, and then I had a guy make me something in Hanoi in 2020, the year we first came on to each other's radar. So 2 years ago I had another thing made in Hanoi with a different guy, a much better guy, who actually I could like collaborate with and have him, you know, zhuzh it exactly to the way I want it, and then I was more than happy to pay the guy, and I love it. I love it. I wear it when I'm at home. I would be beside myself if I were to ever lose it. So I'm thinking of having a bracelet made, and I'm working on the design, and it's the process that's the fun part. That's what makes it meaningful, because you end up getting what you want and you don't fucking settle, Amanda K, all day. Life is too short. Don't settle. That's my advice. Yeah, I had a sensible acai, A-C-I-A, I guess, fruit bowl, because I've been eating way too much, and I need to be a little more sensible with my meal choices, and because like I said, I got to fit into a wetsuit in about 10 days. And I don't want to have them give me the extra large wetsuit for my 3-day diving thing. Yes. Well, I didn't even know how to pronounce it until yesterday, because I went to the same place today, but I went first time yesterday, and they have the best, freshest, tastiest variety of fruit here. So you can have any berry, any fruit combination you want, and I haven't had a banana in anything in a long while, so I was overdue for something with bananas in it, and it happened to have raspberries, which were even better than I thought they would be, and the ACE with spirulina or something. It was blue, and it was frozen. And all the cut fruit was on top of that, with the granola and the shaved almonds and the shaved coconut. And then there's something called salt coffee that they make here, which is very, very delicious. I love the Vietnamese coffees that you can have. So you're pretty well. I'm telling you everything that there is to know about Southeast Asia when I know it. Acai. Thank you. Acai. Yes. Thank you. Acai. Three syllables. And then when I repeat it, it becomes hardwired. Because I was saying ramen wrong for the longest time. I was calling it ramen. And some people get really upset when you mispronounce things. Not locals, but like people online who know better. And they will not let it go. They will put you in the bad corner until you get it right. It's like you're being called to the principal's office. I don't know if you ever get called to the principal's office, but I don't like it, to tell you the truth. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow I'm at. Oh, by the way, last year in Malaysia, I checked out of a hotel, and I had these rimless glasses, not these ones, but the ones I was wearing, my everyday glasses, and I forgot them. because I don't really need them to see close. I only need them to drive and to see far. And I must have forgot that I didn't even have them on, and it was too late. But luckily in Da Nang, I was able to get these ones. These like tint with sunlight, and they're rimless, and they also have springy things so that I can put them on the top of my head or my baseball cap, and they will not fall off. $70 in Da Nang, Vietnam. If you ever need eyewear and you're coming to Southeast Asia, you can get really high quality glass eyewear for like the bottom dollar. Like, you can get luxury. I know they're my favorite, so I better not lose them. The other thing is that if you ever crack a screen, you know, like on your phone, you drop it and the screen cracks, or if your iPad battery becomes too old, you bring it here to Southeast Asia and you go to an electronics repair guy, and they will fix it like for like a crazy price, but they'll do a professional job. By the way, I had my teeth whitened last week. It was $160. I had two technicians. They had like the most modern equipment. It was like in a very sterile private room. Process took about an hour, and they came out looking natural, like not like one of those stupid. Like, I'm not sure what they do if it's veneers in Hollywood, but there's some people with like way too white teeth. You know, like you need like sunglasses, like the very dark ones, because they're so bright. I don't get why people do that, but that's not what I got. I got them brightened, okay? And it was all of $160 Canadian, which means that it's probably like 120 American or something like that. You'll just hop on a plane. There you go. So it's got a little bit noisy here, so we'll go down one more floor, or just keep wandering. Let's look at toys. Okay, Formula One. What's here? I'm smelling fragrances. Oh, little cars, tiny little dinky toys, right? That's what they were called, dinky toys. Action heroes. Okay. So I should put the glasses on the top of my head. Note to self, do not lose your glasses because you'll never live it down. Okay, we got a mirror. It's weird, but hello. There you go. And what else have I got for you? Yeah, I got the beach, you know, the bungalow by the beach, right off the bat, in order to, well, unfortunately, 2 days before getting on the plane, I came down with that flu, even though I got the vaccination for the flu, but they didn't, you know, it's not an exact science. So the flight was, there were 4 flights to get me to the island. And so I was frazzled by the time I got there, and luckily, you know, the island the beach was so close. It was sunny every day. It was 87 degrees every day. Did not get burnt because, you know, didn't get burnt, but you know, it's very smart. They tell you, look, if you're gonna go in the sun, go in the morning, you know, 8 to 11 or 11:30, but get out of the noontime sun and you won't burn. You get the good sun that makes you, you know, get a little bit of a base. So, did that for 10 days. And then by the time it was New Year's Day, I kind of, like, my whole body kind of arrived, and it was official. You are on vacation. You are fine. Everything is fine. Life is good. So I've got the whole rest of January, all of February, up until mid-March to kick around here with no worries, no misgivings, no, you know, we were there. And let's see the teeth. Well, okay, I gotta give you a mirror. So no, there's no mirror. We'll find a mirror. It's a shopping mall. It's easy to find a mirror. I'll show you the teeth. And luckily, I brushed them today, so I won't be talking about it. But I have been drinking like dark berry juice. They tell you it's best because the technician told me that the hydrogen peroxide continues to work up until like full week after the treatment. And the other thing is that I had it originally done in 2020 in Vietnam, in Hanoi. And they gave me like, the mold of my teeth. And when I went home, I was able to get the hydrogen peroxide from Amazon. And you can get it for pretty cheap, those little syringes. You keep them in your fridge and you can keep them a year or two. And what you need is like one of those little flashlights with the UV setting, and it activates so you can keep your teeth maintained. Like I do it twice a year, no more. It's like, I'm not nuts about it. But what it does do is it kills off that yellow dinginess that starts at the top, so the roots of the tree, of the teeth, and then it keeps it white, as it were. And then also, like sometimes that plaque, when it gets near the gum line, it kind of gets hidden, and when you peroxide it, it's easy to see and then to, clean off. So anyways, they did a very deep clean with like this really ultrasonic little thing that I hardly felt anything. And I highly recommend it. The other thing is I didn't have like a surprise like flash pain, except for later in the evening. And luckily I went into a pharmacy, and with oil of cloves, I was able to take care of that little pain that, there are my teeth. So I say, ladies' shoes. Are there any shoes or bags that you see in the wall? Because this is not Kate Spade, but there is the same color, but it's not the design. While I'm here, so nice. They look great. They look natural, and they're obviously they were cleaned higher up, closer to the gum, which is my home thing cannot address. I like this. I like this kind of matte suede bag. That lady is like, what is he doing? Yes, but it's people come in and have a look. Look at this one here. There. So if you see anything you like, speak now. And here's another one that's almost like the circular bag, but not exactly, right? And tomorrow, well, I'm being in Kuala Lumpur, but there are a lot of luxury, like uber luxury malls in Kuala Lumpur that are like world renowned. And so pay attention if I'm wandering there and I'm showing you things, because this is pretty well the best they got here. You don't get more high-end than what you're looking at here in Saigon. That kind of looks like really luxurious waxy leather. I like that scrunchy bag, the way that it's kind of beat up a bit. So you haven't said, oh, I like the thing, so I'm going to keep walking here. I'll keep walking here. Yeah, the Spade bag was the best of the bunch. And it's 500 fucking bucks. And it looks like these guys. In 1985, I bought a pair of, they look like dress shoes, but they were sandals. And I would take the subway. Yeah, thank you for helping me move on. I'd be on the subway and people would point at stop me and say, where did I get those shoes? Like more than once. And they've never made that same shoe ever again, but I assume they have it in their museum or in their design. Like, they keep I would love to get them again. But yeah, they were made by Aldo. And I keep, every now and then I'll stop into an Aldo and I'll ask them, do they have like an archive going back to 1985 and show me your collection for summer men's sandal shoes. and I can never get like, yeah, we got that. Just come with me. Let's spark up the computer machine, and we'll get that for you right away, sir. But one can hope. Every other year I try it again and again. I think I have to go to the fucking head office and say, look, I have tried to get a straight answer about this at least 5 or 6 times now, and I am not giving up. You guys really need to deliver, because I really want another pair of those shoes. They died when I went up to the Acropolis in Athens. And the Acropolis is like thousands of years old, and the marble is been trodden over by so many feet, it's super slippery. So you really put your shoes under a lot of stress. And they were already a few years old, maybe 7 years old, and they kind of started to fall apart there. So I left them in Athens. And I told myself, well, maybe I'll get another pair again, but it never happened. Okay, what is going on here? There's a meeting. It might be a photo shoot. Mont Blanc. Nope, none of those. People there must think you're out of your mind. Nah, people are game here in Southeast Asia about live streaming. You get different reactions from different types. Like Europeans have this very strict law about you can't film people without their permission. Like if you're in Europe and you're live streaming and somebody walks into your shot, they can come to you and insist that you delete everything on your freaking phone, and like they got like extra rights, and you got to dance to their tune. And then they come to Asia, and then sometimes they forget where they are, and they assume that they can insist this is how it's everywhere in the world. And you're going, oh honey, that's not where it's everywhere in the world. You walked into my shot, and like, get over yourself. I wasn't filming you. But sometimes it can get ugly, and you have that kind of a conversation, and it can sour your day, you know? But you don't get that here from locals. Asians are like, they love to photobomb, to be in on the live stream. They know YouTube, they know TikTok. And they're not like, why are you filming me? And they look at you and it's suspicious, or like you said, think you're crazy. No, they think you're quaint, and they, you know, it's like, oh, there's that foreigner who's walking and talking into his phone, and obviously they see, here's another bag store. I don't like the cardigan, but I like the color. And I don't like any of the colors here, except for maybe that color there. But, and that's the other thing. See how long I pointed? I didn't keep it longer than that, so it's not considered rude. But the other way to do it is just to point like this. Oh, I found a really good, I know what kind of watch I like. My luxury watch is made, my favorite design watch is Rado, R-A-D-O. And you always see them in the duty frees of the airports and luxury malls. And I'm trying to remember, it was like 165 million dong for like the one that, so it's not a round face, it's like almost like the width of it's, you know, it's rectangular, but it's more conforming to your wrist, and it's just like a beautiful expression of watch and design. And it was expensive, and I'm not gonna spend that kind of money, but that's the one. Somebody wants to give me one, I will say definitely, yes please. So what's going on here? It's a luggage store? A perfume store? No, it's a bag and luggage store. Mont Blanc. Okay, yeah, that's either Switzerland or French. Never heard of the watch brand. Well, it's only 4 letters, R-A-D-O. And I like their design. I would always like gravitate to, you know, if I saw them in a duty free or in a luxury mall. And I cannot stand Rolexes. I cannot stand the Tag Heuer, which I don't hate them as much as Rolexes, but you know, I have my favorites, and my favorite in terms of the design is Rado. Just saying because we're in a luxury mall, so might as well tell you everything. So how is the work life doing for you? Are you a full-time employed person? Do you like your job? So this must be Aldo for, there's a little like, it wasn't the other store, but you know what I do like? I don't like the height of this for women, but I like a shorter a deck shoe, right? Because that's for puddles, like rain puddles, where your shoe won't get ruined. But I do like a good deck shoe. So, in terms of Keith, you know, like when you're a working actor, right? A working actor likes to be a working actor. And then there's like a transition period when, oh wait, okay. For me, I have to gravitate towards a lighter pink. I bought a Lacoste white, and I think I left it at the last place I was at. I do like this light gray. I'm wearing a light gray in that color. I can rock this. It's like a very muted green, but G2000, man, smart fit. These are nice, very nice. The acting isn't included in the multiple jobs, really. Hey Keith, how's it going? Well, you know, it's like when work comes, it's like when it rains, it pours, and then sometimes there's a drought. And then hopefully when you're creative with, and by the way, I got this side thing doing when I'm not working. But I assume you would rather be on projects, and then with the economy and the way that, you know, I assume the people that are hiring are like Netflix and Amazon and Apple. And if you're not connected in the pipeline with them, it's like, well, good luck. I'm just guessing. But yeah, it's you see, just to tell you a little bit about my situation is that I figured out that I don't need to be available at the worst time of year where I live, and the people that I work for kind of also have like getaway projects or homes, and it smells really good here, by the way. But I should keep walking because there's all sugar and carbs. The thing is that my situation is I can work 9 months. I can give my undivided attention. I'm very focused. And then the other 3 months are mine to do with. I have no one to answer to. I don't leave anybody holding a bag or saying, Jesus, you know, you're really messing me up by disappearing. None of that stuff. No guilt, no explanation. That's the deal. And it really makes me a better person that I can do that. Because, well, if I were to break it down, it's like you kill off like a successful year and you say, okay, you're done. That was a good one. You could put it to bed. And then you can sort of erase the slate on holiday. And then you can get in tune with that vacation guy that he can do anything he wants. He can eat anything he wants. He can do any kind of activity he wants. And in this part of the world, his money goes like really, really far. A lot further here than if I had stayed at home hibernating under my comforter with a bag of Doritos watching Netflix. Because I still got to go to Costco where the prices keep going up for groceries that for some reason it hasn't affected what, you know, $5 can get you here. in terms of a meal. And the other nice thing is that you're in the tropics and you're not in sub-zero weather. But you wouldn't know that being in Arizona, but believe me, you guys got it good, at least in terms of the weather situation. So that's my jam in terms of, because that's not normal for people to be able to get away for 3 months in one shot and come back to a job that says, oh, happy to see you. Let's go in the department store. Maybe we'll get a good signal. I like these Epicurean, or like where they import things. So if you really, really want something, like you want your Tabasco, but not just any Tabasco, you want the habanero Tabasco, you can find it here. Or you can get a luxury bottle of single malt whiskey, like up there. That's a Glenlivet 18 year. I do like a good single malt, and I like the older ones, a High Park 18 year, Glenlivet 15, 18. So here you can get your luxury single malts. You can also get a good cognac and other stuff too. Some people like bourbon, but Canadians kind of stopped buying bourbon and they had to close a few factories. Oh shucks, I wonder why. I think around the corner is the cognac. Hennessy, yeah, we're in the cognac. Remy Martin. And then Hennessy. I think you missed what you said you do for work. I assume you... No, I'm not retired. I actually, I still enjoy my work. I restore furniture and objects for people who have nice things. And generally people who have like a mansion and their home is filled with all kinds of complicated things that require certain specializations, you know, that might get a little scratch, but you know, they like to maintain their whole thing. Like let's say if they live in a multi-million-dollar home, but they can sell it like at a month's notice, and then get themselves a brand new home that they're gonna get, and then spend 2 years fighting over, you know, the design of, I don't want this counter thing, and you know, the contractor this and that, and then somehow they're still in speaking terms at the end of it and they didn't get divorced. But those are the kind of people who are my clients. And I maintain things for them, and there are not a lot of people that can say, oh yeah, I can do what you're doing. I'll take that client away from you. So I have a certain, you know, like what's his name? I have a certain set of particular skills, and I will find you. What did you say? Yeah, it is good for me. And you know, sometimes you can get assholes. Like it is, you know, sometimes just because you got a lot of money, it doesn't mean like you know how to treat people. But the people I work for are kind of, well, you hear the term like old money and new money, and what nouveau riche is an expression of people like, let's say they win the lottery, but they don't know how to behave, and they just like behave trashily. And you know, they treat people very badly, and you know, they burn their bridges. Luckily, I don't have people like that make me want to quit my, you know, and retire and go away. But let's say I've been doing it 40 years, and let's say if I had to cut off a finger, and I have 10 fingers, right? For every situation where somebody made me feel like I got to get out of the business, I got about 7 fingers left. So I've done pretty good over 40 years. I've been very lucky with having really nice people to work for. So yeah, I bought some of these. These are Vietnamese gins, and I got the Dalat flower bomb. I finished it, but I got the little bottles. These ones, they're cute. Like I get about 3 gin and tonics per bottle. So I have a little bit left in my Hoi An Spice Road. So note to self, I need to get a tonic water on the way home, because I have some lemons. Maybe some ice too, to finish off, because I don't want to fly to Kuala Lumpur with an open bottle. And I have the little airplane bottles of tequila, the good ones. They may be the Jose, this guy, and then another guy. So I have those little airplane bottles that I will not open, but I can, you know, put them in a Coke or in a drink or something. Wow, so fun, so good for you. Yeah, so that's basically, I maintain people's homes between mid-March and mid-December, and then I fuck off. And then I start getting calls. But normally, what would a normal year before I got smart and booked like my winter away, I would hibernate all of January, all of February, because the phone wouldn't ring, because all those people, they're off into their like winter getaway places, and they don't need me until April or so. So it made sense to like disappear, because sometimes they don't even know I'm gone because they're gone too. So it made sense to say, why would the fuck would I want to stay here hiding under my comforter with a bag of Doritos, watching Netflix, waiting for spring to come? Been there, done that. Been there, done that. So no, I'd rather be here in the tropics where it obviously, I can use the vitamin D. It agrees with me. It makes me a friendlier person. So we can look at all these, they got cookies. And luckily, nobody has asked me to stop filming, because sometimes you can kind of overstay your welcome. And it doesn't look like I'm buying anything, so you might like test certain people's patience. Like I've been asked in Walmart to stop. Well, what's this? Why is it in a special bottle? It's a vinaigrette, olive oil, and balsamic. And it's because it's small and it could be stolen. I love it. I love it. So if I want a special vinaigrette for my salad that I'm gonna make in my hotel room, because I have a kitchenette. No, a little apartment, sorry. Because I have a kitchenette. I can get this luxury balsamic oil vinaigrette thing. Pretty cool. And then you have thyme flavored olive oil and basil flavored. So like I said, this is pretty fancy stuff. I got lime juice, right? Honey mustard. American Caesar. I can't travel. If they don't have American Caesar, I'm not getting on the plane. There are people that are like that. I bought some at Costco, but in a can. I swear, that much, it's triple this amount. I have enough to last me a lifetime. You only need a little bit of sesame seed oil at a time. Sesame seed oil with ginger. What else? Soy sauce. And sesame seeds, and then you coat let's say chicken pieces, and you put it in the broiler. Oh, that is a really good concoction. Are you speaking of Doritos? We made taco salad tonight, and Doritos was our base. There you go. You can't. You know what is interesting? Is I can get taco flavored Doritos here in Southeast Asia, but I can't get them at home. And who doesn't like a good caper? Like you have smoked salmon with cream cheese on a bagel? You need your capers, because it gives it the saltiness, and you also need maybe the Spanish onion, raw, and that's a good sandwich. Speaking of salmon, there we are. But you can get smoked salmon in a little envelope. I know, so you just got to know where they hide it, type of thing. But they have it vacuum sealed. So you have a little fridge and a kitchenette in your little apartment that you rent for maybe $25 a night. There it is. So you can have variations of smoked salmon with dill. So anything you want, you can have. And believe me, these prices, $48,000 is a very reasonable price. Back where you have to pay 3 times the amount of what you have to pay here. Just saying. So yeah, you can live large here on very little money. I want the prosciutto, right? So, and I love the space here. I'm not crowded, and nobody is watching me like a hawk. You know, even if I was an African American, and I was in here by myself, I wouldn't get that, you know, that treatment that they get when they walk into a luxury store. You know what I'm talking about, like what happened to Oprah when she was in Switzerland. Okay, and she never let them live it down. So, but yes. So maybe I should buy something just not to feel like an asshole. But I am leaving tomorrow, so I better make a good choice. I know, I'll get an apple. I'll get a sensible apple, and I'm in the fruit section. Keith would love it. I don't do seafood. Blech. Well, there's smoked salmon is not seafood, okay? Memo to Amanda. Like, there's no crying in baseball. Smoked salmon is not seafood. Just saying. But you do you. So check out these little peppers here. Fresh vegetables. Check out these little green. I wonder if they're spicy or if they burn or something. But yeah, I'm gonna find an apple. Oh, look at that! I can get cheese. You like my thinking? Hey, Keith. Thank you. Team Keith. You're outnumbered. Deal with it. So these are really peculiar, but I don't know how they taste, but I've seen people eat them. But you know, you have to cut them open, and when something requires work, I'd rather be spoon-fed the thing. Like, okay, you prepare it, and like, I love a good pomegranate juice, but I don't like eating pomegranate seeds because it's too much work. But when they just like get rid of all that work part, and they give you the juice in a little bottle, and it's like $2. It's like, hell fucking yes. So, do I want cherries? Maybe not here. I'm gonna wait till I get to Kuala Lumpur. I'm gonna get an apple. And you can get a good, like a Fuji. And the other thing is that you need to remember to get it weighed. Because, yeah, there they are. Maybe a good, there's a Fuji, South Africa. I love this color. It's speaking to me. If it's not bruised, it's mine. But I need to make sure the girl, check it out. That's not a bruise, and it's firm. It's not one of those that's been, because you can have apples that are stored for like a month and they're still sellable. I had one of these, but I think this has got a better flavor. So I'm gonna have them, she's the one that's gonna do it for me. I love their polo shirts. So listen what I'm gonna say. Come on. So that is thank you in Vietnamese. Oh, do I want? These are from. No, I don't think they're. No, they're. One of them is from South Africa. But yeah, we do have apple orchards. I don't know if we export them here, but there's a Tessa apple, Juliet. So they probably have these varieties, but they're grown, like in Japan, or they're originally from Japan, but they might be grown in other parts. There are a lot of really delicious fruit that are grown here in Vietnam, by the way, because that's what ends up on your dinner table. This is weird grapefruit, but good question. But yeah, Hemmingford is, I grew up in a place called Beloy, and they had apple orchards there, and sometimes the farmers didn't have their apples picked, and it was late October, and these apples were like huge, still on the tree. And they would say, okay, they would open up their orchards to, otherwise they fall and they rot. And so they'd rather just give them away to, people that are more than happy. So there's that. But yeah, Hemmingford, Quebec is known. And why do you know this? Is this some work-related person that was going on and on about apples from Hemmingford? Just asking, because it's a random question. And you don't seem like a person with a Tourette's where you blurt out stuff without a purpose or a reason. Like a tick. Unless you're doing a part and it requires that you channel a guy with Tourette's and he'll blurt out a random place. Dude, it's me. Oh, it's Chris. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nick. So Nick, I was just going on with my friends from Arizona. What the fuck are you doing still in Canada? Dude, it's me. Sorry, Nick, I didn't notice you until now. Is that Rambulant? I'm not sure. Is that a variety? Give me all the veggies. Okay. So Nick, it's good to see you, dude. Yeah. Are you still stuck in the tundra? And I don't want to rub it in, but you know how to get out of there. You know, Mexico's not that far away. Tulum, baby, Tulum. No, but I assume work is, they make good chocolate, by the way. Yeah, I'm making Nick laugh. So, yeah, Marty and Grant. Grant just had a little mishap on his drone yesterday. He only broke a propeller, luckily. And so yeah, I haven't heard from you. Oh, look at they got what is it? Scheibet. You know what? You can't. I haven't found any pistachio yet. And they got passion fruit, coconut, strawberry, vanilla, mint chocolate, rum and raisin, coffee. For some reason, they don't do pistachio here. They got matcha. So, oh, okay. I gotta not get tempted. Not get tempted, but we can look, can't we? Oh, check out the homemade chocolates there. Okay. So, do you have a getaway lined up for yourself and the missus? You're leaving for a Dominican Republic, right? So, I've only heard good things about the Dominican Republic. Where's the cash? Oh, there it is. It's over there? Cameron. Okay, I'm happy for you because I'm feeling less guilt of being here in the tropics until the 10th of March. And I left December 15th. But there is a God, Nick. I caught the flu 2 days before getting on a plane. And I worked it out. I worked it out on Phu Quoc Island for 10 days, very close to the beach, and survived. Not going to Tulum this year. I know, but one day I am going to go, and I'm going to ask you to give me your experience and advice as to what's a good choice. Nothing worse than, well, I did get the vaccine a month before, so I gotta go fishing for my wallet because I don't want to pay with my credit card because it's dumb to pay with an Apple. So it's 71,000. Okay. Just a second. I might have 100 in here. 10. You know what? I'm going to break a 500. So this is what a 500 looks like. No, sorry. Yes, that one I do. I do have a 1,000. Thank you. That's what 500,000 looks like. Two of them and you're a millionaire. Two of those and you're a millionaire. In dong. So yeah, I can't do breaks. My iPhone's 6S Plus breaks YouTube. Maybe because I can't upgrade the app to a better, so I only keep it on forward facing. Thank you so much. So Nick, I am out of here as of tomorrow morning. I'm flying to Kuala Lumpur, and I'll be staying in Malaysia for a month. I have 3 destinations in Malaysia, and then I come back to and I start from the south, and I work progressively north every time, and I just do like a bus. You know, sometimes it's a 6-hour bus, so I'll choose to do it maybe at 11 at night and arrive at 6 in the morning, something like that. Or if it's a 4-hour bus, so I leave early in the morning and I arrive in check-in time. So I'll be hopping from, you know, like working my way up towards Hanoi, which is in the north, the last destination before I get on a plane to Japan for the day, where I get to soak the entire day in a hot spring spa before I take a direct flight from Tokyo to Montreal. No stopping off in you know, an American hub or anything like that, or not Vancouver. Although the time that you gave me the Air Canada Lounge Pass was one of the best experiences I ever had. You know that the drinks are fucking free, and they got a good selection of single malts there in that lounge. It's the best lounge there ever is. Thank you so much, Nick. Nice. So I have an apple. I've got an apple, and we're in the, you know, this is the luxury mall, but this is nothing compared to what you can get in Kuala Lumpur. And I know none of you are really mall rats per se, but the air conditioning is nice. You can't bet the air. You can't beat. Well, the one in Vancouver, I don't know about the one in Montreal. Okay, but and even when I was there, it was COVID, right? Well, there was the year of COVID, so they had shut. They actually have like a steam bath and shower, but it was closed for renovations, and I was not perturbed by that little detail. It didn't bother me that I couldn't get a shower or you know, be in the sauna type of thing, but the fact that it is part of it when everything's working on all cylinders. But yeah. So have the tariffs? Have the tariffs really screwed you over? Like you, the company you worked for, and the people who you were supervising and had to lay off? Is it still like an ongoing story that's, you don't know what's going to happen, where things are going to go? Rather not talk about it? We will be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, Amanda, thank you for hanging out with me on this last day here in Saigon before I fuck off for Kuala Lumpur. So yeah, this is my fourth winter in Vietnam since 2020. So there was that 2 years where nobody got to travel, you know, 2021 and 2022. And then so I've been back in Southeast Asia every winter since, for pretty well 85 days each time. So it works out very nice. And I'm not sure what I want to do next year. I've never been to the Philippines, but it's not like I have to go. Sometimes it has to do with what kind of a airline deal I can scare up when I'm back home and it's the month of May. But maybe I might think of doing Africa next winter. Tanzania, Kenya, something like that. But still, that's to me is the unknown. But you shouldn't be afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone, just because you have ideas that have no basis in reality or fact. It's just like a feeling because it's unknown and you're not comfortable. Or I can just keep coming to Southeast Asia where I know exactly what I can expect. There'll be no surprises, but there's always new things to discover still. I don't know about the acoustics in here. But so Dominican Republic, is it like when you were in Barbados? You have like 2 weeks, or are you able to scare up more than 2 weeks? You were forced into retirement on the 31st. Okay, that sounds fucking weird. Like you'd rather be working, but you are a magic number, and now you're God. Like I do have that magic number, and the Canada pension plan does kick in, and plan, or for Quebec. So yeah, and the OAS, Old Age Security something or other. So there's that, but I guess for me, it doesn't mean I need to stop working. I'd rather not, because I still like my work and my clients love me. So there's that. So when you're forced into retirement, but that sounds to me like the place can still keep you on like as a consultant, but on a part-time basis, so it kind of works out for everybody. Is that your situation? Dude, I went 130 trucks through the oh shit, and just all those who were employed, who are unemployed, and be boring. Now, is it? Can you hear me now? Now it's the phone mic. Still broken? Okay. So yeah, I was talking about what are your options now that you were forced into retirement and it was reduced from 180 to 80 trucks. Are you still like with the company as a consultant, or you have an offer and it's a part-time situation where it works out, where you're not just like doing nothing, watching paint dry or something? Because 130 trucks to a mere 8. Do the math. Yeah. All right. They gave me a package I couldn't refuse. No consulting at this time. Okay. Um, what about in your network? Have you ever had any like offers? Uh, like if ever, you decide to part ways, give us a call. Or because of the climate of the situation right now, there's so much uncertainty that nothing is being done. So in my case, I guess the climate, it hasn't really affected the people who hire me. Um, so the fact that I've got work waiting for me when I get back is a comfort. They are specialized transport. Only dealers want me. Got it. So there's a chance. But I think knowing you, I think you'd rather be employed to a certain extent. Maybe not to full time, because I know that the pressures they're wearing, they can be wearing on you, and you're gonna have like a sort of a happy medium, which you can't always, like, that's what you want, but you might not always get, type of thing. Anyways, so I see you enjoying your time in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, that's good, having an opportunity and to, take a good measure of figuring out what the fuck you want to do. And you got a pretty good opportunity now to just, take your inventory and figure it out. And then hopefully something will come your way. So yeah, that sounds good. For me, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, working 9 months, fucking off 3 months, and I think every time I get this like reset period, 85 days, I just come out like a better person, healthier, because as the calendar ticks and the clock ticks, things get taken away from you without you even kind of seeing it coming, but they're coming, right? For me, the little indicator has been how more expensive travel insurance becomes every year for me. Shaking a fist at the fucking travel insurance situation. But so yeah, I obviously, if I like say, nah, I'm gonna skip this year, I'll regret it. So it's like there's a fire sale, and you better go now because that might be your last year, kind of thing. I can imagine. So yeah, take the breather, man. Take the breather. Well, yeah, you used to be more engaged with the community, and then obviously, I guess circumstances made you scarce, as it were, because there was a disturbance in the force. We kind of noticed the fact that you weren't around actually had an effect on in the scheme of things. So hopefully we'll get our Nick back. And who knows, we used to love the next day after a snowstorm, and you went to that frozen river spot, and then it was just you and the drone and maybe the occasional low flying plane and the oh fuck kind of thing. Um, yeah, good times. Well, you know, you're a real keeper in terms of it's not just me saying it, right? And you know the nice thing about it is it goes without saying. Um, but it's nice, kind of like if you can articulate if you're actually good with words, or at least you give it a good try. But it could be me or somebody else, and we're all like all on the same page with that. So yeah, it's great having you around. But you know, we understand because if you're neck deep in stuff, priorities are priorities. So now that things have changed, well, hopefully you can take stock and make good use of the time that you've got. And yeah, expect me to come a knocking when I decide to give Mexico a chance, and I'll pick your brains as to just what general direction I can go. Yeah, yes, especially you know, you realize that you hit a magic number and it's going to affect your travel insurance. Just saying, and it ain't going to get cheaper. So may as well. Yeah. And there's a tiger there. And that's the name of the outside. They have that, but it's called the Saigon Central, but it's also, I guess, a Japanese chain that it's like Trump thing. You know what? It's funny, but thank you for asking. 3 years straight, I fuck off. I get back around mid-March. I take my fucking key. I put it in the fucking ignition. I turn it, and guess what? The fucking thing starts. That's a Toyota for you. No, but thank you. I expect the same goddamn thing is gonna happen. I checked my thing. There's about this much snow on it, and it's all over the windshield. I know I don't have to put a lot of money. Oil change. I did have my shocks replaced and my brakes, both front and the back, and I have my oil changed. That's all I spent on the fucking car. I only put about 3K of city traveling because I really don't need to go far to you know, like my clients are in Westmount, Hampstead, downtown. So I only managed to put 3K a year on it. So that thing could last probably another fucking 5 years. This year I bought winter tires because the ones that came with it were gone, and I left it the last minute. I almost wasn't able to get them bought in time, but luckily there was a guy nearby on Kijiji, and I was able to replace my tires. And I'm really fortunate too, because I've gone through about 3 mechanics, and luckily there's my neighbor, good word of mouth, told me there's a guy near me, and he's very reasonable. Whenever you have a thing, he comes out with a really really good price. So I don't have to like worry about not knowing a guy. And yeah, my that little car is very reliable, and the body on it is still pretty good. There's no visible rust. You know, I do the Metropolitan thing. I didn't realize you had to drive that far. So 1 hour each fucking way. Yeah, that sucks, man. That's time you'll never get back. It reminds me when I lived on the South Shore and I had to take the fucking metro bus, you know, in Montreal when I was a student, that kind of thing. And then once I left the South Shore, I never looked back. But yeah, that you won't miss those that time commuting. Yeah, my brother lives in Valdor, and he's a geologist, and now he's on like a in between thing between like he accepted a vice president position for exploration, which is like the part of gold mining that always gets the chop and is highly competitive. Like once you get in a position, there's always people out to get you and to undermine you and to like pull stuff out of your budget, and you go through the mill. And I think it wore him out. Actually, he had to get a medical leave of in his contract, and then luckily he was able to get out in a severance package, and now he's like you, he has time to like, you know, like kind of put his network his way out, and he doesn't have to take the first thing that comes along. He can kind of hope that the timing works out, because he's not ready to pack it in yet. But he would have to sometimes wake up at 4 in the morning and, you know, in his pickup drive an hour or two, because that was what the job was. So yeah, it's good to, like, if you can keep things close to home, yeah, go for that. Yeah, it's an interesting drive. It's an 8-hour commitment, I think, from Montreal. And when you have a nice car and the roads are beautiful, I think Montpellier, I think, is the midpoint, and you can stop off for a poutine. That's the way to do it. I'm not sure if it's Montpellier, but it sounds like that, or it's close to that. Yeah, but last time I did that was I owned a Mazda, and yeah, it went well. Yeah, 2012. So I haven't been up there, but he does have a nice single malt collection. There's one gift bottle that he got is like $2,600. So I love contemplating on a good single malt tumbler now and then. But I get my own. Like when I go home, I always go into the duty free, and then I check to see who's got a good, you know, generally anything older than 18 years, and if it's a good, like, you know, Glenlivet, and if I don't know the name, I'll, you know, I can call, you know, people who know more, and then say, should I get this one or that one, and generally bring one home. You did Valdor once a week? Really? When you were a driver? Okay, so you know all the best roadside eateries and whatnot. So there you go. And then yeah, when you lead into it, you're also going through native territory. So yeah, I visited him a couple of times, because he was with the mine there, and that's where he's based out of. That's where his house is, and his money pit, as it were. He keeps putting money in that thing. You pass through on the way to Alberta and BC. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Are you on TikTok? Now that you got some time on your hands and you can get back into social media? Because that's pretty where everybody has an account now. Except that TikTok is, it's got the, you know, you can't do landscape. Yeah, okay. Look, it's there. You know, eventually you're gonna crack. It's just a matter of time. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Obviously, the YouTube machine works for you, so that's good. You know how to find me. So yeah, so I'm gathering you probably haven't flown your freaking drone in a freaking while. And Yeah, that's not right. So hopefully you're gonna get out there again because yeah, there's a certain uh, Nick is back. Thing. Oh, you flew yesterday for 5 minutes. Okay, okay, I'm good now. I don't need to say any more then. Just wasn't sure if you put it aside and you know you didn't have that connection. But okay, you're good. The Mini 2 is still going well, and I know you had sold your other one, and if I had jumped on it, I would have bought it as a spare insurance policy. But luckily, my drone angel, the one that keeps me from making stupid errors, hasn't taken a day off in a couple of years. So I'm still lucky, and I'll probably take it up in Penang when I leave Kuala Lumpur. I'll be in Penang for about 2 weeks by the beach, and there's a couple of secret spots that I can get some good droning time there. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh, by the way, Grant has his working on TikTok. So you can just saying, you can do the live stream on the Tiki-Taki thing. So and this is an interesting turnaround. Grant taught Marty how to do it for a change. You're gonna hit ice fishing? Yes, yes. Well, you know, I got time on my hands, and I'm always like doing the rounds of my social media. So if you post something or you make a link in the X, or you also have me on. See, I don't know if my you have me on Messenger on the phone I'm talking to you now, which is my spare one. But I don't know if it'll work if I'm you know, not in the same country. It doesn't matter though. Okay, there you go. See. So yes. So Grant did a live stream, and I'm not sure what drone he has, but he has it working. And you know where the you know how to speak to them on the X group if that's your only means. But Grant stopped coming into other you know platforms, but he is active on TikTok. So you build it and they will come, right? So I don't need to say any more anyway. But yeah, if yeah, I can get it working on TikTok as well, that would be cool. But I might have to upgrade to a newer drone, something to that effect. I was talking to somebody, a truck driver from Australia last night on TikTok, and he has the 5, but he says the point of view, you know, the eye goggles don't work with the 5, or there's something missing that hasn't been, but he has the 4, so apparently that works. Anyway, it's always good to, you know, check with your buddies as to, nah, you shouldn't get that one, wait for the next one, or get the one that came before it, because you can't do this, you can't do that type of thing. Anyway, so it is 12:11 noon here in Saigon. He's right, the 5 is not compatible with the goggles yet. Okay, that's the operative word, yet. So there's a chance. Anyway. I've been pretty good about not getting mosquito bites, and I like to keep it up. They only need a lavender spray. You don't even need DEET out here in Vietnam. With time it will come. Good to know. So so yeah, I like the fact that I can be barefoot. I bought these for $18 at a local shoe store. Paid local prices. They're not real leather, but they can withstand the rain. I don't like when you are out on the rain with leather and your shoes are ruined. So they're perfect for the tropics. Because in Malaysia, it always like downpours about 2 in the afternoon for about 5 minutes, and then you're fine for the rest of the day. So when you get caught, you don't want to be wearing good footwear. You know exactly how to make me feel better, Dick. Yeah, and I was feeling so down, you know, with all the vitamin D I've been getting, and yeah. There you go. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna let you go. It was really great catching up with you, and thank you for with the update of the life situation. And yeah, I'm not concerned about you, but yeah, I was a bit concerned hearing about you being put through the mill, because that can it's like you can get over the cliff kind of thing, and recovery is like it's kind of iffy. So hopefully there is a recovery, and you come out intact, and it didn't kill you, so you come out stronger. So hopefully that's who you're going to be from here on in. So yeah, welcome to the old geezers fucking club. It's just a fucking number. It's really but the state of mind is it doesn't it doesn't define who you are. Speaking from somebody who's there already. Yeah, it's all over now. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. You can live in a deluded reality as long as you frickin' want. Nobody's gonna box you in. All right, I'm gonna let you go. And yeah, we're not gonna publish this, so I'm gonna keep it private. Just because I kind of remind myself, like sometimes things are publishable and other things are not. There's too much poisonal stuff, and nobody needs to be listening to our little tête-à-tête. Ouais, à plus tard, à la prochaine. Ciao, bello.